the Noise Police Station, and I spoke to him yesterday. He's saying that I'm making it all up, so I don't think he wants to get involved. He's willing to let me use internet, but that's about it. And make phone calls.
Okay.
This phone number is blocked, right? I'm calling from a landline.
Okay. What about you mentioned as well that the police stole medication from you. What medication are you need medication normally?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well. The mic has changed. It's very mumbled.
I said, you mentioned the police stole medication.
Correct.
From you. Is this something that you need to take every day, or what kind of medication is it?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm clearly under a lot of stress, right? After all of that, right? So I'm very much dependent. My key is sleep. So what they keep stealing is my Zopiclone, which is a sleeping tablet. They steal my painkillers, which is Diclofenac. They steal my breathing apparatus because of all of this, and I have badly damaged lungs. I have asthma, and they steal my Nasonex, which is for my broken nose, in order to help me breathe. So again, it's kind of like a psychological attack of don't let them sleep, don't let them breathe, constantly suffer in pain. I mean, my medication, and my doctors can verify this, I don't know, they've been stolen, it's got to be 2,000-3,000 times. And then obviously if I don't have money to pay for it, my doctors actually write the prescription and then give me money to go get the medication, and then the police attack me in the apotheca and steal the medication. I can't stop it.
Okay. And at the moment, do you want to, I mean, you're a British and Canadian citizen, do you want to stay in Germany, or do you want to go back to the UK?
Right. My issue with the UK is, even if I go back to the UK, I would probably still be in England, right? I have no problem with England. But they have constructed this horrendous political situation that even when I was in Edinburgh, people were trying to attack me thinking I'm William Wallace. I mean, that's how insane it is. So even I won't go back to that. I can't even say the name of that place. All I ever say is that place north of England. That's how bad this is, right? So even when I was at Leeds Met, I was getting attacked from them. And like I told you, I can't remember the person's name, but I had a big legal case against the NHS from that place because they broke my legs. And they actually stipulated in Leeds, you know what, you have a Canadian passport, this is in 2008, go to Canada, change your name and disappear. I didn't change my name. I obviously work in IT. I did not think this would be chasing me in Canada, and it's constantly them. So even when I'm in England, you can't protect me against them because they terrorized me. The police in England had to put about 5 or 6 restraints on people attacking me from there. That's the whole reason I went to Canada in the first place. And to be honest with you, even in Germany, it's them. I've been attacked on the U-Bahn and everything, and it's people from that place will stand up and applaud because they want to leave the UK and they're colluding with the CDU. So as I'm stood there just trying to get my life in Germany, it's the SNP colluding with the CDU, and I'm even being terrorized by them in Germany. So they're an issue for me. I don't know. The thing is, I'm trying to get away from them. That's the whole reason I went to Canada in the first place. And then what they've done is, so if you overlap it with I'm trying to get away from them, and then they make me out to be William Wallace, so I'm totally trapped, right? I've not committed a crime against anyone. And they've now made this so horrendous that even in Germany, it's a political situation because they want them to separate from the UK. And anytime I'm arrested by the German police, all they talk about is William Wallace, Edward Snowden, and apparently now I'm Jason Bourne. That's why I was asking the US for help, because I don't know how to get out of this. So even if I went to the UK, I don't even know if I would be safe because of them. They're hunting. So even when I was in Denmark, they forced me into political assault against the SNP, made me have an interview. Guess who it was interviewing me? The SNP. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I cannot get away from them. I can't go to even in France, it was the same thing. When I got trapped in Portugal, like I told you, the Portuguese police, when they stopped my Sparkasse and Commerce Bank, I had to get from Porto to Vigo to Madrid in Paris, and there was someone following me around with a saltire flag on a briefcase. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. stood outside Murrayfield and they are literally butchering me. I can't get away from them. So, I mean, you would tell me where to go. Even if I go to England, right? I know they're going to terrorize me. It's them. It's been like that for 20 years now.
Okay. Well, as I said, you need this, all these accusations that you're making, you need to put them all in writing.
Helen Jones knows a lot of this, right? Because we spoke when I was getting tortured in Sigborg. But how do I physically get this to you then?
Okay, so what I would do is if you can put it in writing, you could either
Your phone is breaking up again, ma'am.
you could put it in the inbox, like our email, our mailbox, if you want, in Düsseldorf, or you can post it to us. If there's somebody that has a fax, you could also do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously need money for a fax, right? You know what? Can I put you on to Edgar Tuni and you can basically stipulate whether he can give me 5-10 euros to get this stuff to you? Can you ask him that? He's right next to me.
If you send a letter or post in writing, it shouldn't cost so much.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying, but can you ask him if he can give me something and then I will write it and I'll post it.
Okay.
Can I give you the phone to him?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Edgar, they want to talk to you.
Hi. German would be better, but I can speak a little English too. Yeah. Ja. Genau, das ist eins der Probleme. Natürlich kann ich ihm helfen, dass irgendwie. Also meinen Sie jetzt per Post oder meinen Sie jetzt per E-Mail?
Or fax.
Also die E-Mail hat er an mich auch geschickt, dementsprechend konnte ich sie einfach an Sie weiterleiten. Genau, der hatte mir auch eine Kopie davon geschickt. Die E-Mail, die er an Sie geschickt hatte. Ja, ist das dann dieselbe E-Mail-Adresse, dieses British in German? Nee, I don't know. Germany dot auf Deutsch oder ist das auf Englisch? Consulate oder jetzt? Was kam hinter Consulate? Dort. Yes. FCDO. Yes, ja. Doch. Yes, für Government. Okay. Ich muss sie mal wieder abgeben, weil ich habe ja gerade Kupfer.
Hi, one other thing I was going to ask you before I go. Like I told you, Pagra Grill in Meerbusch Lenk, actually very close to where I was attacked, they've actually been giving me food and a little bit of money. Is it possible to contact them on my behalf to say if they can help me a little bit financially to get this stuff to you as well. Because this situation is so outlandish, right? It's unbelievable. You can't believe it. Would it be possible if I give you their phone number, if you can contact them and say, is it possible to help this gentleman a little bit longer until we can fix this situation? They've been helping me a little bit, but they're like, this can't be real. Would it be possible to call on my behalf?
I'm not sure. The thing is, you can go there yourself and ask.
But the problem is I don't have a corona mask anymore, so I'm worried about getting on the U-Bahn because they've given me all these tickets. If I don't have the right corona mask, they're gonna ticket me again. And that's how I ended up in Siegburg in the first place.
Able to send you money. That's the thing.
No. But if they give me physical money, right, then I can walk all the way there. But from where I am all the way to Lang, if I continually walk there on my broken ankle, if they don't help me, it's a long way to go with my bags and my suitcase if they say no. So that's why I was asking if you can call on my behalf. If they say yes, then I will walk there.
I'll have to. I need to first check whether this is possible. Because it's a little bit of a like nobody contact friends or family to ask if they can support you, but you said you don't have any.
Well, the thing is, I did give Helen Jones names of people that I know that I've tried to contact on Facebook who are English. And first of all, Helen Jones, I don't know who was that? Stephanie, what was her last name? That came to meet me in Siegburg? Stephanie?
Stephanie Schiebeck?
Right, your colleague, right? I wrote down about 10 people that I went to university with that are now placed all over the world, and they said they wouldn't be able to contact them. I've tried to contact them on Facebook, but because Facebook is the one who trapped me here, and I even got attacked in Facebook in Berlin trying to reopen my account so I can contact them, I can't open Facebook to contact anyone that I knew before, like from Leeds Met or GE Capital or Lloyds Bank, because first of all, I don't have a phone, and second of all, I can't get onto Facebook because anytime, even if I open a brand new account, it's immediately closed. So I'm desperately trying to contact people that I used to know, and I can't.
How can we then contact you from here on out?
I mean, you can ask Edgar if he wants to. Well, I mean, the thing is, I was going to give you Pagra Grill's number. It's a restaurant. You can contact me through there. They would be willing to talk to me. So that's why I was saying if you could call on my behalf, because if they're willing to help, then I can literally, they're still giving me food, right? If they're willing to give me a little bit of money for medication and get through this, and you can also contact them for me and we can communicate through their phone, then yeah, then I can use their phone.
Okay. Then what is the number for the
02
yeah
150
150
1793.
1793? And what about your doctor you mentioned the other day, Dr. Wilder?
Yeah, to be honest with you, he's a very recent doctor, right? I've had to change doctors so many times, but I can give you a list of doctors that have it. The one that was financially helping me the most was Dr. Attila Osborne, but then once I started getting attacked in his office, this medical situation became so bad. He was meeting me and giving me medical care in his black Audi. So he would give me coordinates to meet him in Dormagen, Cologne, wherever. He would give me medical treatment, medication, and money. But because it was so dangerous for me to go to his office, I had to meet him in restaurants, hotels, and we would go to his car. And the issue that it's terrifying is when I would meet him in his car, I would be followed by the police.
Okay.
So anyone who tries to help me is then threatened by them. And I can't stop it. Doctors can't stop it. And that's why he disengaged, because he's like, this is getting too dangerous.
So I think it's going to make this as well clear. So what usually in our situation, big help either if you want to return, for example, to the UK. If you wanted to return to
I would need a guarantee that I would be safe. That would be the thing. I would need a guarantee that I would be safe. Based on what's happened, I don't know if I would. I mean, clearly I'm not safe here and I can't stay here. That is, I mean, I tried to leave in 2017, but without passports and without money, I can't even pay for a passport. The thing is, they're holding my passports in St. Augustine police station. If I can get them back, that would be a big help. If you can call St. Augustine police station and give me my passports back, then I have my passports. That's a big help. My UK passport is still valid. It was stolen outside Peter Klein's office by police when they attacked me. So they have my passports. If they give them back, I think my Canadian one has expired, but my UK one is still totally valid. If I get that back, that's a big help.
from the like,
Can't hear you, ma'am.
I saw that you had a passport that was being held by police, but our command note it says it was handed back to you.
Who said that?
That's in the previous police.
I've never been. No, I mean, can I ask who said I got my passports back?
There was a call through the police station. I don't know exactly what date. I have to check.
So the German police said they gave my passports back.
Yes.
Oh, that's a total lie. I've not had my passport since 2018.
Okay.
When was that logged?
British passport.
Sorry?
Your British passport.
Absolutely not. That's a total lie. This is what I'm up against, right? If the German police are calling you and say they gave me my passport back, that's a complete and utter lie. I can't even believe I'm hearing this. I didn't know that they'd said that. This is what I'm up against. If they are lying to my own embassy, what am I supposed to do? I can't believe that. May I ask the date that they said that?
I'm having a look now.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's the reason they stole my passport, so I would have to go to hospital and they can poison me. I mean, this I cannot believe I'm hearing this. I can't hear you, ma'am. It's something wrong with the mic, but yeah, go ahead.
And on the 2nd of August in 2019, there was a conversation
Oh my God. Yeah, go ahead.
that they they returned your passport.
Oh no. That's a complete and utter, that's a total lie. That's a total lie. May I ask which police station said that?
Edward Augustine.
Oh my goodness, that's a total lie. That's a total lie. And to be honest with you, after that date in August 2019, that's when I was poisoned in all those hospitals in Cologne because I had no money. I ended up on the street. I ended up medically, obviously cut, injured, and that's when they left the catheter in. That's when they left all the IV drips in. That is a total and utter lie. I swear to God, I can't believe what you're telling me. I can't believe it.
Okay,
Oh my God.
one thing is now is we need to get this. So Edgar has already just agreed to send the emails that he has with the details to me. Yeah?
So if I write the email, how do I get it to him? Because when I sent the email to you yesterday, I copied in Edgar. He got the emails, but you didn't.
Yes, but did you send it to the correct email?
Again, your mic keeps going in and out.
Did you send it to the correct email?
Yes, because I got a bounce back email. I took a screen print. I got a bounce back email from the British consulate stating that you received it. I can totally show you that. So when I sent the email to the British consulate, it bounced back saying, I'll tell you just so you know exactly that I'm telling the truth. Just bear with me a second because I took a screen.
Tell me what email address you sent it to.
Yep. Basically, I've been trying to get all my information off this hard drive, right? So I can try and wipe it. Bear with me 1 second, ma'am. I can't believe this. Just give me 1 second. I can't believe you told me that about the passport. That's unbelievable. 1 second. Pictures. This is terrifying. 1 second. I sent it to UK in Germany at Foxtrot. I'm very tired, so my alphabet's not so good. Foxtrot, car, I can't remember. Delta, Oscar, dot, golf, Oscar, Victor, dot, umbrella, kilo.
Okay.
So that says for inquiries that are not about consulars. Yeah, well, that's the only email that I could find, but you should have still got it.
Okay. Yeah, we just got the email from. We just got the email from Edgar.
When did he send you an email?
He just sent it in.
Okay, and he's is that the same email he sent it to, that UK in Germany, the one I just said?
He sent it to our Germany.consulate email.
Okay, well that's the email I sent it to, so I don't know where that goes.
The other one is related. It is a separate one because one's for consular, one isn't for consular. So.
Well, you might want to check to see if that you actually received that. Then that's the one I sent it to.
Yes, we will check that as well.
And you see, the reason they're able to trap me is, right, if they make me out that I claim political asylum against the UK, the whole point is, if I think I can't contact you or talk to you, right, I would never have found out that they lied to you about those passports. Because if I think I'm trapped in Germany and I can't talk to the British consulate, I would never have known that they'd said that. Do you understand? Right, so if you trap me every single which way and make it out to be political, if it's medical, I can fight back. If it's banking, I can fight back. If you make this into a horrendous political situation, I can't fight politics. I'm literally, I knew this was getting bad in 2017, and before my case against SAP, I thought, if this gets much worse, this is 4 years ago, I thought I had a gold bank card, all those bank cards. When I was in Porto, I thought, if this gets much worse, I'm gonna leave, and I either go back to the UK or Canada, right? I couldn't foresee them closing my bank accounts. I've worked in all those banks, right? I know corruption. I know you can have corruption. They are doing things that are so corrupt. Like, as you said, they just even told my own embassy they gave my passports back. They're doing things that are so corrupt, I can't even predict it. I mean, I didn't even know some of this stuff was even possible. So I can't fight it by myself. And basically, when they're fronting all these human rights in Germany, well, it's a constant dismissal of what's happened to me. Then if you fabricate attacks like yesterday, it gives the police an excuse to attack me or arrest me or ID check me. And then they break and steal all the evidence. And then it's a continual question of, show me your evidence. And then they just delete it. So I spent 2 years after what happened in Sigborg trying to collate all this evidence. I would literally have to have my phone on 24/7 for the amount of attacks I'm having. And the thing is, even before that attack yesterday, if I've worked in IT, right, all that stuff that Edward Snowden came out with, every IT manager in Lloyd's, and we all knew this way before all that stuff came out, they've had total control of every one of my smartphones since the attack in Portugal. Because I had an iPhone, this is how bad it was. People, randoms, were paying for my tickets, train tickets, all the way through Portugal, France, to get back to Germany, where St. Augustine stole my passports. I had an iPhone, right? I'm in the Madrid train station, desperately trying to use my Facebook to contact either you or a friend or someone. not the actual physical iPhone itself, but the software disintegrated in front of my eyes. Like, you know, if you get like a fractal video, you know, like if you went back to like acid trippy videos, it was kind of, I was watching my own phone do that. The phone disintegrated in my own hand. So at that point, I thought, oh my God, what am I up against? Then I managed to get back to Bonn, and virtually every single hospital I go to is I have delusions of grandeur. I think I'm Edward Snowden, and it just does not stop. The only reason I survived Noise yesterday is I somehow managed to survive Siegburg, and I know the process of how they ask the same question about 15 different ways and get you to sign things. That's why I demanded to talk to the embassy, because if I didn't talk to you yesterday, I would have got either killed or tortured. There's no doubt. So I now know how to get out of this. You just don't say anything and ask for your embassy. But if they gave me a political asylum number, which is supposed to be against Canada and you, right? And I don't think I can contact my own embassies, well, I'm totally screwed. If they torture me, who am I going to contact? Now that I'm speaking to you...
What kind of help do you want from the consulate?
Right.
What do you want us to do right now?
The last point that I asked was for advice, because the only way I would even... I can't stay in Germany, that's blatantly clear. I need medical assistance to find out what they've done to me, right? Because I had internal bleeding. I'm not doing well at all. I got broken bones, you know, internal bleeding, like anything you can possibly imagine. I need urgent medical care. I need security. Now, would I go back to the UK? Yes. But the problem I have is, as I told you before, I cannot physically get away from that other political party. And if it got so bad in England before, the English authorities even told me to go to Canada. That's why I went back to Canada in the first place. So my question to you is, how do I secure myself from them?
So, in terms of your medical assistance, is there one doctor in the many doctors that you've already mentioned that you trust?
No.
So,
because the problem is they've been giving my medical notes to the police. It happened in Dormagen. I mean, the thing is, even with Attila Osborne, who was giving me help, he didn't realize his own staff were colluding with the police and giving all my medical notes, even in Dormagen Hospital. And that's why he said, I know how bad my staff are. I can't help you anymore. So even he's aware that his own staff. So anytime I go to a doctor, the police are waiting outside and my medical notes are given to the police. And then when my medical notes are given to the police, they know how to attack me.
So would this be the same for any doctor?
Yep.
That they would just give you
absolutely. It's a continual psych attack of I'm crazy, or they give the police reports to the, the medical reports to the police. This has gone on since my first doctor in Munich, when I was at SAP, Christopher Simones. They refused to give me any more medical notes back, and it's a continual push of antidepressants, psychological drugs, or they threatened to put me in a psych ward. The same thing. The only reason I know Pagras Grill is I was going to a Dr. Badain. I sent him all the European documents, copies of my UK Canadian passport, and all he talks about is psych wards. And that's what they're constantly attacking me with. It's a non-stop, sickening, perverted, psychological attack, police attack, and medical attack. And I've even got ambulances. I mean, I'd be shocked if you didn't know this, but they're stalking me with the police, with the sirens and the from street to street as a warning. So literally, even when I walk in a hospital, I'm immediately surrounded by security. It's terrifying.
So the thing is, this situation is quite difficult.
Yeah.
Because you're saying that you need medical systems.
Right.
You won't trust any doctors, and you believe they're working with the police.
Well, I've seen it. I mean, even when I was in dorm, well, a Dr. Attila Osborne can verify that his staff were doing that. And then virtually, even when they left the medical drips in my arm in Dormagen Hospital, in the emergency, I can physically see them giving it to the police. And then, because I was terrified, I asked a German person, can you please drive me to the train station? And they did. And directly behind me is a police car. They've gone from street to street demanding I kill myself. I mean, I don't know how to survive this anymore. And the problem is, even you're saying it's difficult, and the police are even lying to my own British consulate. If they're willing to lie to you, I think they're going to be pretty well to lie to me. And then they just delete all my evidence. I would have happily given you these USBs because I'm trying to, the only way I can prove this is to record it by videos or the PDFs. If they continually attack me and I don't think I can contact you because of what they did in Schweinfurt, then it's just a non-stop blitz attack. And it's so disturbing that they'll get like 50, 60, 70-year-old women to attack me. Obviously, if I say anything, I look like the bad guy, and then they immediately call the police. I mean, it's like there's no escape. And really, I would have contacted you a long time ago, but the German authorities made out like I couldn't contact you.
Okay.
They're willing to lie to you. I mean, what chance do I have?
In terms of the thing is, we cannot. I mean, we don't have at the consulate specific medical assistance where we can offer you to get checked out. We can only refer you to the local hospital.
Right.
You can go
And it's a never-ending circle of my whole life is I went from delivering $6 billion and a beautiful life in Canada to I get attacked by the police. I go to a doctor, I take medication. I try and find sleep. I go to a doctor, I get attacked by, and it's every single day.
Okay. And the advice that you are after, what kind of advice is this?
My advice, well, I mean, they've even tried to give me corona. I mean, that's how bad this is. One, what do I do medically? Two, how do I get my passports back? Because clearly they said they gave them to me and they do not. So where are they? If I get my passports, I need my passports back. So,
Yeah.
right. If I get those back, then they probably can't attack me anymore. Because if I have no ID, then, you know, it's very easy for them to take me to the police station and then they delete all my evidence. If I have my ID, they can't do that anymore. So if they're lying to the British consulate and embassy about the fact they gave my passports back, then this is unbelievable. So if I get my ID back,
Passport. When did you have that last?
no, what happened was when I came back to Bonn from the Strasbourg European Court of Human Rights, both my passports, my laptop, my iPhone, everything was in my laptop bag, and that's where it got stolen in St. Augustine by the police.
Okay.
So it was actually a bag with everything in it. The medical reports, the European documents, my laptop, my phone, and both my passports were stolen because it was in the one bag.
Have you reported to the passport authorities that your documents been stolen?
Numerous times. Well, I mean, are you talking about to the British consulate?
Yes.
Right. Well, I told Helen Jones. She knows that.
Yes, but we're not responsible for passports.
Right, but you have to understand that I didn't think I can contact you because the German authorities told me I'm some kind of refugee from UK and Canada, so you can't contact the UK authorities. So I was told I can't contact Canada or the UK. The only reason I did that is because the violence got so bad. I contacted the Canadian embassy, and now we're talking, and now I'm finding out absolutely everything is a lie. They're even lying to you. So I would have obviously contacted you, and under normal circumstances, I just walk into a British consulate and I get one. First of all, I don't have any money for one. Second of all, everyone knows I'm trapped, even with tourist boards saying we can torture you. So if I think all these people are saying this, I'm thinking, Jesus, I can't. How am I going to contact the UK embassy if all these people are telling me this? Now you're telling me they're even lying to you. So no, I didn't think. Have I had numerous passports? Yes. Should I be able to walk into my own embassy and consulate? Yes. But how this has been fabricated is they basically told me if I walk into your consulate, I'm going to get tortured. That's what they actually said, the German police. So I'm thinking, shit, what am I dealing with here? Now I'm finding out this, talking to you. This is insane. They've lied about everything to me, to you, to my embassy. I mean, so really, what, if I'm getting blasted and they're constantly stealing my laptops, my phones, I'm constantly relying on people and couch surfers and strangers, and then it's a non-stop psych attack of no crime can happen in Germany. I've never been in a country where every single person says it's impossible for crime to happen here. And then it's a non-stop attack of my psyche, a non-stop attack of my sleep. And to be honest with you, they've made me out to be like anti-British or anti-English or something like, I don't know what they've done, right? But I've spoken to numerous English people here, people from all over the world. And what they'll do is, let's say I meet people in hostels and I kind of tell them a little bit about my situation. I met a South Korean girl, I met a Japanese girl, girls from all over the world, and apparently I'm either sexist or racist, right? The police will then follow us like about 50 meters behind. They get terrified and go home. That has gone on non-stop. So if I get isolated from you, I get isolated from my own consulate, my embassy, I don't know what's going on. I make friends. If they are willing to really risk everything for me, then the police call them and threaten either them or their family. You can call iAmbulance and ask them. So I'm basically wandering around.
Any family contact? So you really have no family contact?
No, as I said, right? I've been since myself. That whole place is trying to kill me, right? That's the whole reason I went to England in the first place. Yes? That's the whole reason I went to England in the first place. And I went to Leeds Metropolitan University. That's the whole...
For family?
I don't know why you keep mentioning this, right? The whole country, right? Well, I don't know why you keep saying that word. That's a little bit concerning to me, considering my situation, and all of them have tried to kill me. It's a little bit concern. You're worrying me now that you're saying that. Because one of my uncles works for Dundee FC, and they all sold me to fund Glasgow Rangers support. So the fact that you're continually mentioning that word is one of the psych attacks that Germany does. You're now kind of scaring me.
I'm only trying to find out what kind of support.
Right. So I basically said at the very beginning of this conversation, right, that whole place north of England has tried to kill me several times. One of them is based in California. He tried to basically get me killed as well. That's why I went to Canada in the first place.
Okay.
So they are insane. And specifically the city I'm from is about as evil as you can get. So if you front me that I'm supposed to be anti-English or something, or anti-Brit or whatever, I don't know what the hell they've done, and essentially they sold me, then it's not only them, it's everyone. I specifically met, it's going to be like poison coming out of my mouth, but Harry Hay, and then I spoke to Mr. Fraser from California, and all they mentioned was Glasgow Rangers Football Club, and I'm like, I started to piece together everything, and I got sold to fund that club when they went bankrupt. Because when I was in Glasgow, they absolutely butchered me right next to Ibrox. This is how insane this is. So when you mention that, it's all of them. That whole place, SNP, that whole place north of England, terrorized me all over England. That's the whole... when I went to England, what was it, 1997, right? I had to get someone to drive me at 2 o'clock in the morning over the border into England because I had so many death threats. And then I went to University of Leeds. And even when I was in Leeds, I had to change my address about every 3 months because of death threats from there. And I still graduated with honors. And the first time I go back there, even when I was in Toronto and this first started, I'll be honest, I'm like, is the English attacking me? I couldn't figure it out. It was them. Because the thing is, Nicole Carolan, which is one of my friends at the Canadian Passport Office in Toronto, right? She's when I left Leeds, my friend Matt Sykes in Lloyd's Bank knew people in the airport, and he basically paid for all my luggage and everything to go from Manchester to Toronto. I stayed with Nicole Carolan in Mississauga. This will show you how a small world it is.